Hey, I'm Kenn Bivins, the author of the #1 bestseller, 39 Lessons for Black Boys and Girls. It is a part of a 39 lesson series for children, which includes 39 lessons for boys, 39 lessons for girls, and 39 lessons for teens. I wrote this series as a dad, an uncle, a godfather, and a mentor who loves to read and connect with people like you who love to read and learn about new things. I want to talk to you about the difference between equality and equity. I know what you might be thinking. Aren't they the same thing? They may sound very similar, and if you look at the words, they look very similar, but they are very different in meaning and in execution. They're two different concepts, although I can see how it's easy to get them confused. I think we all have a pretty good idea of what equality means. It basically means when someone is considered to have equal value with another. We all learned at a very early age about equality. For example, if Susan has 5 apples, then we should give Mark 5 apples. That is equality. Although it sounds more like a math problem. The real problem, though, lies in our confusion with what equity actually means. Equity is giving someone whatever it is that they need to be successful. That means everyone does not get the same thing because everyone doesn't start from the same place or with the same resources. For example, if I give 3 children a box to stand on so that they can look over a fence, that's equality. But it is not equity because, as you see in this illustration, all of the children aren't the same height. With an equity mindset, we would give everyone what they need to be able to achieve the same results. I'm sure you've heard that if you work hard enough, then you'll be really successful. Sadly, that's not true, and it depends on a lot of other variables as to whether you're successful or not. You may be familiar with the phrase of pulling yourself up by your own bootstraps. I've always had a problem with that concept of thinking. What if my bootstraps aren't long enough and my arms are too short to reach them? What if I don't have any boots? All I have are flip-flops with no straps. We're a global community. We should be helping each other anyway. Let's disregard the idea of bootstraps altogether. Let's consider shoes. One of my favorite quotes of all time is by Nahid Dasani. He says, "Equality is giving everyone a shoe. Equity is giving everyone a shoe that fits." Hey, welcome back. Now I want to talk to you about microaggression. When I first heard the word microaggression, my vivid imagination yielded the idea of 2-inch fairies and gnomes bent on violently conspiring against me in the darkest of night while I innocently slumbered away. Yeah, I was a bit off. Microaggressions are more like mosquito bites. Much like microaggressions, some people are quick to say, it's just a mosquito bite, it's not going to kill you. Maybe not in some circumstances, if they happen every now and again, but mosquito bites, microaggressions, can be much more harmful than some people think. Have you ever been in the deep woods right at the peak of summer, the humid season? A few mosquito bites will quickly go from being mildly annoying to life-changing, life-altering, even life-threatening. And some people are more prone to get bitten a lot. A lot. Have you ever heard of anaphylactic shock? It can get real dangerous real quick. Microaggressions can invalidate or trivialize someone's identity or apply stereotypical expectations even when it's intended to be complimentary. I've personally heard way too many times, "Wow, you're so articulate," or "I'm amazed at how smart you are for a black guy," or "Can I touch your hair?" What's crazy is most people who engage in microaggressions are ordinary people. A little bit of advice for anyone who is guilty of microaggressions: stop for a beat and think before you speak, especially if it involves someone's identity. So, how should I respond to microaggressions? Noticing and addressing microaggressions is an ongoing process. Ask questions to address underlying assumptions. Acknowledge what's happened to the person affected, whether it's yourself or you're a bystander and it's someone else. Be an active bystander and explain to the person behaving in a harmful way why their actions had a negative impact, even if unintentional. Speak up, stand out, and hold your head high. You're not what you think. You're what you believe. I'm Kenn Bivins. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.